Sure how this is going to work on YouTube. I've just been over to Facebook and done it on Facebook, but I'm not quite sure how it's going to go on Facebook. They can't class it as disinformation because it's coming from the two people's own mouths. They are not deep fakes, they are the actual people sitting there having a conversation together, and it's very raw and it's very real. And I have been watching Piers Morgan Uncensored about 2 hours ago put onto YouTube. Very interesting. It's really good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to point you to it, watch it with you. It may come up with copyrights, but because it's Piers Morgan, there may be a chance that he lets the copyrights go and let me post this. I can't see who's on, so hello to anybody who is. I can just see it goes up and down, and I can't see comments at the moment. So, as you know, for the last goodness knows how long of my life, I've been a mother of boys. That means rockets and robots. So obviously, I was at the forefront learning about humanoids. I have been trying to explain what humanoids are. I have been posting out as much as I can about humanoids and things that have been going on. So just bear with me. I'm going to turn the camera around. It's going to be for about 4 or 5 minutes, maybe less. And it's Tucker Carlson and Piers Morgan, where Tucker Carlson educates, no other way around, Piers Morgan educates Tucker Carlson about humanoids. Are you ready? Because I have been absolutely beaten up since I very, very first went out. Anyway, all that and what I've been through. But I am at the point now where it's up to you guys. There is enough people out there for the child abuse inquiry. There is enough people out there for people who've had their children taken. And there is enough people out there about Agenda 21, 2030, World Economic Forum, all that stuff. So I'm going to leave you with this, and then I'm going to try and just get my own home in order, because I have given my time unwavering for absolute batterings. So I should be able to turn this around. And here it may not let me do this. If you want to watch the full interview yourself, then please go over to Piers Morgan Uncensored, hashtag Uncensored onto YouTube, and you can watch it. But are you ready?
And this new world around Trump. What do you feel about that?
I'm not sure what I think. I mean, there are a couple of ways to see it. I mean, Elon is a special case, I think.
What do you think of him?
On board with Trump. He's a really interesting person. He's one of the funniest people I've
I met him for 2 hours last summer. I thought he was a total genius. When he talked about colonizing Mars and Neuralink and humanoid robots in particular, fascinating. He just sort of came alive. And I thought, this is a big picture guy. The like of which I'm not met. Yeah, you know about it? Everyone's going to have humanoid robots. He says $20,000 a pop. They'll be able to do all domestic duty. Everything. I said, what, including can they have sex? He said, it would be like making love to a slow-moving washing machine at the moment. But yes. I said, that might be an improvement for some of them.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's just Tower of Babel stuff, and
No, they're coming. No, it's called Optimus. They're coming.
I'll resist that with everything that I have.
He thinks they're going to be the biggest money spinner he's ever done. The humanoid robots running around doing. But at that point, I'm worried about what Stephen Hawking told me in his last interview. Turned out, he said, "I said, what's the biggest threat to mankind?" He said, "When artificial intelligence learns to self-design, it's all over. Because they'll kill us. Because they'll realise we are ridiculous and pointless."
In the West, there's a very kind of passive posture toward technology, that it's inevitable, or China's going to do it first, and we have to. It's a race. It's the arms race that we both grew up with, and there is a sense in which people have dominion over the earth and can make decisions autonomously that they believe they're in their own best interest, in the interest of their communities and families. So if you see something like AI, and no one can really explain why this is good for people. Obviously good for Sam Altman, or the Chinese, but how is it good for me? And you have to, well, it's happening. It's just happening. You know, if somebody showed me out, it's like, I'm going to rape you now. It's just happening. It's just like, this is what history is. Like, this is the part where you get raped. You'd be like, no. Like, maybe it is. I'm going to fight you first. And that whole sense of I'm going to fight you first because I just don't agree with this. I don't say it was in my interest or my kids' interest. Like, my kids won't have jobs because of this. How about I punch you in the face? You know what I mean? Like, there's none of that spirit.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's just like the whole society's been devolved. So they just like sit passively back as like the future crests over them like this wave of sewage. And they're like, well, this is going to suck, but nothing we can do about it. We blow up the data centers. Like, what? You know what I mean? I don't, whatever. I'm not suggesting industrial sabotage. The Biden administration did it at Nord Stream and got away with it. But I just don't understand why nobody asked the obvious question, which is, how is this good for people? The healthcare debate kind of dominates a lot of our politics, or has for the last 30 years, and certainly healthcare, you know, is one of the biggest parts of our entire economy. But under all of it, and I think it's a fair debate, and I want good healthcare, and I've been sick, I had back surgery, I had appendicitis, you know, it's like, it's important, right? But it's not everything. And I think that we have inflated its importance to this level that kind of obscures the purpose of living, which is to live. And it suggests underneath it all a deep fear of dying, which is the one thing that we all have in common, we're all going to die. And a society that can't accept that is in trouble. And you saw this during COVID. The hysteria, masking and social distancing and all this stuff, it was like, underneath it all, it was millions of people, hundreds of millions of people saying, I'm terrified to die. And look,
So I'll leave it there. If you want to watch the rest of the conversation, it's I'm not a Putin puppet. I'm an American. Tucker Carlson versus Piers. It's on Piers Morgan's Uncensored, and it was released about 2 hours ago. The beginning's brilliant. The middle's brilliant, amazing. I haven't got to the ending. I've got about that much gap just to watch the ending, just to wrap it up. But what they've just said in that section is what I've been trying to say to people, that there are steps and stages, strategy, a plan in place to make sure this was all done by 2030. That meant all humans needed to be RDMA vaccinated by 2030. And that means that you're connected to the grid. So anyway, I hope I can leave that with you. I can just see that Charlie's messaged, hey Charlie, how you doing? And I just want to leave it that what me and my family have been through because of uneducated people was very cruel, very unfair. Aaron is going to be 16 on the 3rd of February, and Liam will be turning 29 on the 7th of February. And when Aaron was born, I hemorrhaged, I had a transfusion, and I was in hospital for Liam's birthday to the point that I had to decorate in the hospital. And it was just about a mother who, 1, needed emergency medical care, and 2, emergency childcare. Because I have hypermobility, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and it's a connective tissue disorder, and it means that symptomatically my ligaments pop in and out, my fascia tissue is damaged. We need the sunlight, stop the dimming. These people that are all coming together are not friends, they don't know each other, and it's good times. I said to the police yesterday, you're getting in the way of me bringing the left and the right together. So that is what would be officially what you would class as 2 different people from different spectrums, very similar, one very Americanized, obviously American, one British, and then take it from there. But at the end of the day, the information is out there now. All I can say is I pray that I am at my barbecue with my family, my children, my friends, and I have my husband, and I'm married, and he likes the barbecue, and we have husband and wife roles, and managing the home, and and if anything goes wrong, the barbecue freaking burns down, we have strategies, and infrastructures in place for when we do have emergencies, accidents and emergencies, and that people don't abuse the system. Because right now, if this carries on, we might all get justice for how incompetent they are. But it ain't going to be nice how it ends. So have a think on it. Take care.